Hi guys, welcome back to Excel Finance. My name is VK, and today is going to be a short video, but nevertheless, this is one of the most requested features which I have in the budget planners, which I've built for many other companies, people, persons. I mean, it can be applicable to personal finance and the business finance. And people always ask the question, where did my money go? Where did my money was allocated within the business or personal finance? Where is in terms of my budget? And this particular uh, function as a feature gives a very good overview in terms of the graphical and kind of more of a from the UX UI experience. It's much better when just having trying to sum up those numbers and to group them. So let's dive into the Google Sheets. This one is going to be available for you for free, so you can download it. It's not even a problem. Just, link below, download it, use it as much as you want, trying to understand the formulas. If you want to use it for personal, totally fine. So essentially, we have an expense tracker, which is pretty much has 4 different columns, which is the date, category, subcategory, and the amount. We really want to make sure that the amount is our top priority, and we gave a number of different values for the amounts and the dates as well. So essentially, let's go now to the right side of the spreadsheet, and what we'll see now is one of my favorite functions, which is a query function, and I'll just delete the equal sign, which it means that this is it. So you will see that this is how it's written here at the top. So we'll use the query function where we will be selecting pretty much this range, all this range down, moving down in terms of where we should be getting the amounts from and the data from. So at least it covers as many raw inputs as you want to make sure, some expense trackers can be have up to thousands of inputs, and we want to make sure that the query function takes that into consideration by making sure that the whole this whole range is covered pretty much. There you go. And then we'll make sure that we'll select column D, which is reflection of our subcategory of our expenses. And again, we can have an extra video talking about the data validation, how to create subcategory of those expenses to make sure that they are automatic as well. Nevertheless, we will then going to be summing up the amounts, which is quite vital for us in column E. That's why we are saying sum of E in brackets, and by this we mean that if the certain expenses are recurring, it's still going to be summing up them. And this is quite important because if we have groceries appearing in our expense tracker on a daily basis, we want to make sure that those amounts are summed up. Obviously, from that point, we'll say where E, the amounts in the column E, are not null. I'm going to group them by D again because we really want to group them by our subcategory, ordering them by the sum of E in descending order, which means that all the expenses are going to be listed in descending order. We'll obviously, once again, to remind you about the sum up of the recurring ones. And the last piece of the query function can be limit 10, so therefore we will know exactly which are the top 10 expenses within our budget. So if I'll press now enter, we will see right now that the rent comes up at 3,000, student loans, travel, etc. And let's say if I'll change the rent, which is here, we have 1,000, but if I'll increase to 5,000, there we go, it increases, and you will see this is a very dynamic graph. The donut chart, which I really like, and it gives this visual effect. To create this table below the graph, it's actually very easy. We just need to make sure that if I'll double click on this, you will see that I'm just referencing those 10 expenses which have been calculated by the query function, and it's very simple. The same goes to the amounts. The only thing I need to make sure is I'm referencing those amounts. One last piece which I really want to make sure that we calculate the sum of this. This is a dynamic sum which will be changing based upon the entries of the expense tracker, and ultimately the percentage is actually also quite simple. You will have just to divide the actual amount by the sum of total. Just drag it down, lock the column, lock then the sum, completely cell of the sum, drag it down, and then it's done. So pretty much, let me just quickly show you how the dragging, if wow, it's pretty much, you select the amount, 1, 2, 3, you select, you lock the column reference, you divide it by the sum, you lock it completely so, and then even the Google Sheets will automatically give you the formula. So very much and simple, just click yes, done, and then it goes reappear. So if you want to use it for personal use, this is a very good tool just to show you where exactly your money goes and how to manage your budget. So there we go. Once again, if you want to work, sorry, it's going to be a bit of a advertisement promotion right now. So you want to build your own budget planner, I'll leave my reference in my Fiverr gig in the description below. If you want, you'll just download it for free, use it. Give your comments to me in sense how to use it, what else can you add. Again, this is a very simple tool, but nevertheless it can be quite powerful if you do it correctly. So yes, there you go. Everything in the link description below, and then I'll see you in the next video, when we will be returning more in terms of the how to build the best budget planner in Google Sheets. Thank you.